where you have to teach people how to treat you. I don't think you have to teach people a damn thing. I think that you could switch it up. And when it comes to how you know yourself, right? Everybody doesn't know you except you. You know what triggers you. People are not going to look at you and be like, yeah, that triggers her, right? So you have to know, okay, well, if this person, I know this person is good for pissing me off at this particular time when we're at this particular event or whatever it is that you're doing, you know it's going to happen because that person is that person and they're going to do what they want to do. You make sure you're not around them during that specific time. You hang with the person based off of what you like good from them. So if you like something good from them, only do that good stuff with them. Don't ever put yourself in a space where they're going to piss you off because you're in a space where they can piss you off. You have to make sure that everybody you know, right, is good for a certain thing. So if you want to, I'm just using an example, you want to shop with somebody, you know this person's good for shopping, but I can't take her to my family's house. I'm talking about friendship. I can't take her to my family's house because she's mad disrespectful. She's going to do things out of line. So now you don't ever go with your friend to the family's house. You just go with her shopping. So that's controlling your environment. I don't think you have to teach them. People are going to be who they are. I don't think you could always change a person. You could suggest a change, right? We talked about this before. But some people just don't get it. They're going to keep messing up, pissing you off, doing all these things
Look,
you can't control.
So look, Lady Di, I have an aunt, right? And my aunt likes to raise her voice at everybody, the children, the kid, the adults, her friends, everybody. And I don't know if it's a frustration of hers. I don't know if maybe she doesn't know how to communicate in a healthy way. She yelling at everybody. I had to teach her, you can't yell at me like that. No. Whether I come around, whether I had to teach her that because nobody said, hey, look, you're not going to yell at me like that. So sometimes you have to teach people, and a lot of people don't like to be in uncomfortable situations with other people. A lot of people are not confrontational. And it doesn't mean you have to be confrontational in a bad way, but sometimes you do have to teach because they're going to keep on doing it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
But when I come around, she's not yelling at me. Because I'm not going to allow it. What you allow will continue. And a lot of people will allow that in their life. They will allow someone to raise their voice because that's how they are. But when we're communicating or when you're generally communicating and I'm in the room, you're not going to do that. So I had to teach her that. Should she already know that? Yes. As an adult, as an aunt, someone who's older than me, yes. But at the end of the
people
day,
around her probably tolerated it.
Exactly. Her friends, the family. And it's like somebody has to say something because you don't want to be the person that's causing the ruckus, but sometimes the behavior has to stop somewhere. It has to stop. And sometimes people need to see themselves. And nobody want to be the one. Nobody want to be the one to be like, oh, no, you need to stop doing it. But somebody has to do it. And I know a lot of people like the kumbaya. But if you're going to have relationships with people, and especially with family, yes, you can cut off access. But there's other people in this family other than you. So, yeah, I could come around and not talk to you. But we're adults here. So if we're going to be adults, let's be adults who can communicate in a healthy way.
But I think it just depends on how you respond. Like, I understand you're telling your aunt, don't yell at me. All right. I don't believe in telling adults not to do something so silly. She already know not to yell. So how you respond to when she's yelling, she should know how you respond to her, not to mess with Precious no more. Because when I did this, I ain't like the way that vibe she was giving me. I ain't like how she responded and what she said to me. Then they start moving and changing on how you are acting. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you have to just like tell somebody because some people just ain't gonna change when you just saying it.
I do think it's a fine line because when you are cultivating relationships, for instance, like I come from a real Southern family, so every word of phobic and toxic you can think of, you can apply it to my family. And what I have learned is a lot of times people are not with you when you are growing and evolving, and they're used to treating you how they know you. So they're used to seeing you that way. Like, you ever heard the older adults go, I don't care how grown you get, you still a little girl in my eyes. They mean that. Like, they're actually meaning that. They're actually seeing you as a child. And it takes for you to tell a person, like, hey, listen, you can't pick and choose when I'm an adult and when you want me to be a kid. You're going to treat me like an adult at all times because I'm always having to accept the role and responsibility of an adult now. So I definitely think you do have to teach people how to treat you, because a lot of times it goes into enablement. The respect that we give people isn't constitutional about who, you know, they think we are. It's because of who I think you are. I give you respect based off of how I feel about you. But the way you respond to me, if I don't feel like it's respectful, it is my autonomy and it is my boundary to correct it, because I have to teach you how to treat me.
I think there's no community. Realistically, I think the things we're speaking on this panel is basically is borderline almost extinct. I don't think I know the value of humanity and human beings is no longer the priority in life. I'm about to sound like a National Geographic person though, but I was watching like the animal, I love watching animal TV, right? But
What?
y'all know, I'm gonna
That's
say
good
one
TV though. That's good. That's good TV.
y'all know about 90% of marine life is going to be completely extinct by 2100. We are not prioritizing humanity. We're not prioritizing the earth. We're not prioritizing our responsibility to each other. We're prioritizing it takes a village to raise children. Many hands makes light work. Your role, your rent on earth by Muhammad Ali saying is serving other people. And one great quote I like is this: if you go into someone's space, if you can't love them or invest in them, at least don't hurt them. We have to take more pride and more responsibility in how we treat each other and how we care with each other heart, each other mind, spirit, and energy. If you can't bring something good to somebody, leave that person alone and vice versa. But I think we're downplaying how bad society is in general, and the impact of human beings not only on ourselves and how we destroying humanity, men and women's relationships, and our relationships, even the earth and other species. Because what's funny is we'll come on a panel have these conversations, but you see in real life, if you commenting or discussing on somebody else, don't nobody want you to tell you how to tell them about their kids. They don't want you to correct their children. Nobody wants correction. Nobody takes full responsibility as a collective when something goes wrong. Nobody wants to be judged. But when we on the panels, we'll say, hey, raise your kids like this. Raise them to be this way. But in reality, nobody wants anybody to tell them what to do. So until we as a whole are investing back into humanity collectively and being responsible with each other, and we investing in each other's survival, none of this matters if it's only on an individual base where some of us are telling people to do the right thing and the rest of the world is doing the wrong thing.
I was about to say you can tell from Young Miami's situation, right? She just less than 6 months ago she was talking about how she didn't want her daughter to be a city girl, right? And then next thing you know, her son's at Rolling Loud concert throwing money on a stripper. And the moment somebody had to come and try to come in and check her on and say, hey, look,
don't judge me.
It's all of a sudden now she doesn't want to be told anything about her kid.